Plato's myth of the afterlife. Imagine taking a mystical journey on an underground river inspired by Plato's Phaedo. According to Socrates, Earth is much more expansive than we realize, with purer realms above and hollow spaces below where subterranean rivers flow. After death, we're escorted underground for judgment. The average end up in the asphodel meadows, the mediocre face punishment at Acherusian Lake, and the wicked are condemned to Tartarus, a realm of judgment and suffering. It's akin to a spiritual splash mountain, with only the pure ascending to higher realms of unimaginable beauty, some even shedding their physical forms along the way. Varied afterlife destinations. Think about all the different stories people tell about what happens after we die. In Norse mythology, they believed that brave warriors went to a place called Valhalla, where they'd feast and fight with gods and heroes. Meanwhile, in ancient Egypt, they had this whole adventure through the underworld, with trials and challenges at every turn. These stories give us hope that there's something more after we're gone, like a big mystery waiting to be solved. Digital immortality. Advances in technology have sparked speculation about achieving digital immortality, where human consciousness can be transferred into digital form and preserved indefinitely. Proponents like futurist Ray Kurzweil envision a future where individuals can upload their minds into computers, transcending the limitations of biology. While promising, this concept raises profound questions about identity and ethics, with concerns about privacy and tampering with human existence. Rebirth, aka reincarnation. As a child, James R. Leininger Coco was obsessed with planes until he began to have nightmares about a plane crash. He claimed to remember taking off from a boat called Natoma and being shot down over Iwo Jima. He even named someone else on the boat, Jack Larson. It turns out that all these details matched a real pilot, also named James. The idea of reincarnation was popular in Pythagorean and Platonic schools of thought and remains widespread in Eastern religions. Hinduism and Buddhism teach that, depending on our karma, we might come back as an animal, god, or ghost. Jainism allows that we might even return as a plant. Crossing the Chinvat Bridge. In Zoroastrianism, souls must cross the Chinvat Bridge from the material world to the afterlife. Depending on their deeds in life, they are judged and guided to either paradise or punishment. This belief emphasizes the importance of leading a righteous life and upholding moral values, as actions in this world determine one's fate in the next. The Chinvat Bridge serves as a powerful metaphor for the journey of the soul, highlighting the significance of spiritual growth and integrity. Consciousness across universes. What if when we die, we don't really disappear, but instead, our minds keep living on in different worlds? That's the wild idea some scientists have. They say our thoughts create whole new universes, where other versions of ourselves exist. It's like we're all superheroes with powers to shape reality. This idea makes us think about what's real and what's not, and it's like something out of a mind-bending movie. Journey through duat. Imagine if, in ancient Egypt, people believed that when you die, your adventure was just getting started. They thought that after you passed away, your spirit embarked on a wild journey through duat, which was like the afterlife. Picture a place full of challenges, like facing scary monsters and tricky demons. The scariest part was when your heart was weighed against a feather. If your heart was good and light, you got to go to a super awesome place called Aru. But if it was heavy with bad stuff, you were in big trouble. A monster called Amit would gobble you up. The end of everything. Imagine you're in a dream, and everything you see and feel is just part of someone else's imagination. That's the mind-boggling idea in Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass. In the story, Alice learns that her existence might depend on someone else's dream. It's like the ultimate reality check. What if everything we know isn't real? This idea makes us question what's true and what's not, like a puzzle we're trying to solve. The eternal return. The concept of the eternal return suggests that if time stretches infinitely, every imaginable event will happen repeatedly. This could mean living out our lives in an endless loop, experiencing the same events over and over, including all the different possibilities. Friedrich Nietzsche grappled with this idea, seeing it as both a heavy burden and a challenge to embrace to find meaning in life. In simpler terms, it's like feeling déjà vu, where our past experiences seem to repeat themselves. It's a dilemma. While the idea of eternal recurrence makes life and history feel heavy, the alternative makes life feel fleeting and insubstantial. Raelian cloning. The Raelian movement advocates for human cloning and mind transfer as pathways to eternal life. Led by Claude Vorilhon, also known as Rael, followers believe in the possibility of preserving consciousness through technological means. Clonaid, an associated company, claimed to have cloned the world's first human in 2002, sparking ethical debates and controversies. Raelians envision a future where individuals can achieve immortality through advancements in cloning technology, transcending the limitations of biological existence. This belief in technological transcendence offers hope for those seeking to overcome the inevitability of death, envisioning a future where consciousness can be preserved and perpetuated indefinitely.